Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this 25 to strong 25-minute total body workout without any equipment. Today we are going to be doing totally equipment free. This is a great workout for you if you are traveling this summer season. And all we're going to need is a mat or something soft where you feel like you can come down to your hands and knees without bothering your knees or bothering your palms. That's it. Let's go ahead and get started. I have my water as well, just in case. We're going to begin with our heels together, toes apart in a little V formation. I want you to rotate your inner thighs forward for me. Even that small little rotation, you should already feel your outer hips start to wake up. From there, bend your knees and bring your arms to a small circle. We're just going to pulse the hips down and down. All right. Now you can see as I'm pulsing, I don't get a very big range of motion. That's fine. I don't have a lot of flexibility in my lower body, and so this is what I'm working with. You may be able to get a little bit lower, but what I want you to check is that while you pulse down, you're keeping your tailbone heavy, so your pelvis is neutral, right? We're not tipping or tilting in either direction. Keep pulsing. 5. We're gonna move just that left leg out and in. 4, 3, 2, hold it down. Step your left foot out. Knees are pushing towards the back of the room. That left arm reaches long. And then step the left foot back in. Here we go. Step out, step in. Step wide, step together. There we go. Inhale out. All right. Relax your shoulders. Get a little bit taller. We're going to feel those legs start to warm up. Last 8, we hold it out. 8. Final 6, we hold it out, we pulse. 4, 3, hold it out, and just give me little pulses. Keep pulsing, take your hands behind your head, very gently touching the back of your head. We're gonna hold it low. In 5, we'll do a little side bend towards the left. 4, 3, 2, hold it down as low as you can. Side bend, trying to bring your left elbow towards your left thigh, and then come back to center. A little faster. Side, center. Using this side bend here to open up the right side of your waist. Down, up. All right, 5. We're gonna go back to that small V for that starting position. We'll pulse there. 3, 2, last one. Find that small V. Arms to the center. Give me those pulses. Look down at your knees for me for just a sec. Make sure that the knees are pointing back behind your big toe. So not in, but out. 8, we're gonna step to the right. In 6, we open that right arm. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Step wide, step together. Wide, together. I inhale, exhale. There we go. Pairing that breath with the movement here is gonna help a couple of ways. It's gonna bring a little bit more awareness to your core, right, to your abdominals. And it's also gonna help you find a little bit more focus in the workout. That mind-body connection. The breath is the pathway. We're gonna hold it wide. 4, 3, last one, hold it wide. Take those hands behind your head and give me pulses. There we are. We get rid of the pulses. We're gonna go for that side bend, this time to the right. In 4, 3, 2, last pulse, side bend to the right, to the center. To the right, to the center. Ooh, yeah, opening up that left side. This side of my waist tends to be a little bit tight. I can feel my lower back getting a bit of a stretch here as well. That's great, we love it. All right, we got a little bit more in this wide V position, and then you are out of your warm up. Last 4, last 3, we hold it center, in 2. Last one, hold it center. Now I want you to bring your arms forward. You're gonna hinge your torso over the long edge of the mat in front of you, and then hinge your torso upright. Hinge forward, hinge back. Now when I hinge forward, my pelvis, my hips, are gonna go back a little bit. Hinge and reach your arms as well. Upright, hinge, reach. Upright, hinge, reach. There we go. Final 5, we find that hinge. 4, arms overhead. 3, 2. Last thing, let's hit these shoulders a little bit. You're gonna sweep your palms behind you, sweep your arms overhead. Sweep back, sweep overhead. Add a pulse of the hips every time your hands come towards one another. Pulse, pulse. There we are. All right. Feeling warm? 5, we're gonna hold the arms back. 4, you got your last change here. 3, in 2. Hold your arms back, and I want you to squeeze those palms together. Envision that you have like a big balloon between your hands, and you're trying to pop that balloon. Keep squeezing a little bit faster. Feel those triceps, feel those lats underneath your armpits. 8, 7, we're gonna fold over the thighs. In 6, in 4, 3, 2, extend those legs and just fold over the thighs. You can bend your left knee, bend your right knee. One more each side. Left knee bend, right knee bend. Perfect. And now we're gonna crawl towards that right foot. Step your right foot back and find a downward facing dog. In the downward dog, you can pedal through your feet, pressing one heel down at a time. All right, now we're in this plank section. We're gonna focus a lot on your core, right? Your center abdominals, as well as your arms. Ripple forward, find your plank position. Shoulders are gonna be over your wrists here. Fan your fingers out really wide and draw your abdominals away from the floor. We exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, plank for 2. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, plank for 2. Keep going at that same rhythm. If you would prefer to do this section on your elbows because your wrists are really tense, I'm gonna give you a couple of options along the way. First option, of course, would be to come down to those elbows and go for this dolphin to plank. If you wanna be on the knees, child's pose to plank on the knees. 5, 4, I don't want to plank to hold you back, right? I want you to stay with me if you can. 3, 2, hold your plank position. Widen your feet a little bit wider or your knees a little bit wider. We're gonna go for a row. Pull your left elbow back, tap it down. Pull your right elbow back, tap it down. To the B, left, right, left, right. Perfect, now if you're down on those elbows, you're just gonna lift one arm up at a time. Keep rowing, pull, pull. You can take it slower if you want. This is a little bit quick. 8, 7, last 6. We hold the plank. 4, 3, 2. We are working on that endurance. If you need to drop your knees, go for it. We're gonna come down to those elbows. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Alternating the leading arm every time. On the knees, the move looks the same. On the elbows, you're gonna take it to a reach forward. Reach forward. We're about to get our little recovery moment. Stay with me for a little bit longer if you can. Last 8, last 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop the knees, push your hips back. Oh, find your child's pose. What a journey. All right, we have a little bit more in that plank, but we're all gonna take it onto our elbows. So go ahead and bring those elbows underneath your shoulders. Step your feet back. Perfect. Widen those legs a little bit wider. Now we're gonna go for some reaches towards the front edge of your mat, just like if you were on your elbows before. You're gonna reach your arm forward, tap, reach, tap, reach, tap. What I want you to try to avoid here is lifting your hips up in the air. We wanna keep the weight in the shoulders and in the middle of the body. Good, I'm inhaling as I pull the elbow in, exhaling as I extend. We're just gonna hold our plank on those elbows. 4, oh dear, 3, 2, last reach. Just hold your plank, flip your palms to the ceiling, push through those elbows, try to float your chest even further away from the ground. You can, you can. 5, 4, we get to lay on our stomachs, a big belly flap moment. Here we go. 3, 2. Oh, lay on your stomachs. Belly flop. Oh my goodness. All right, we continue. Let's focus on those triceps. Hands are gonna go next to your chest here. Elbows are tucking in towards your rib cage. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, so curl your sits bones, the bottom bones of your pelvis, towards the mat. And we're gonna press through those palms, coming up about halfway. Hug your elbows into the midline. We go down for 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Now I feel this immediately. I'm feeling the backs of my arms. I'm really feeling my forearms. I worked on pull-ups yesterday, so my forearms are really tight. We're not gonna be here for very long. If your wrists are starting to bother you, flare those fingers a little bit wider. But the wrists are in a much more relaxed position than in a plank. So I bet even if you normally have a little bit of wrist tension in a plank, that this should feel pretty okay. 5. We hold it up halfway. 3, 2, hold it up halfway. Gosh, I don't want to say it. Squeeze your elbows. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. It's like I got 2 lemons under my armpits and we're just juicing them. Final 8. Last 6. We go for little pulses. 3, 2, squeeze your elbows in, little pulses down and up for 8. This is it for your upper body. 7. Last 6. Last 5, we come up to a tabletop. In 4, in 3, last 2, and push all the way up. Whew, let's just shake the arms out. All right, no weights, no problem. We still felt it, right? Oh yeah, forearms are feeling it. Okay, so we're gonna start off our more lower body section in an all fours position. Make sure you have space behind you because we're straightening that left leg completely. Shoulders are gonna be over your hands here. You can always drop to your elbows if that's a better way for you to be working. Knees are underneath your hips. Draw your abdominals in and extend that left leg back. Toes are touching the floor. Untuck the toes here, pointing that left foot. We're gonna lift the leg up as high as you can without arching your lower back. And then lower the tippy toes just to touch the mat. Exhale, lift, inhale, drop. All right, so we have worked so far. I mean, we hit the lower body for sure in our warm-up, right? We got those thighs. Now we're gonna think more about the back of the leg, so hamstrings and glutes. In this position, you're also still working those triceps, right? They're holding this position for you, and you're still working the shoulders. So if you're in an all fours and you feel your upper body, it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong, not at all. 8. That's one of the biggest questions I get in person is like, oh, I feel it in this muscle, is that okay? It's definitely okay. Maybe coming down to the elbows will give you a little bit more support, more stability, kind of spread out the work a little bit more. So again, you can take that option if you want. We hold it up. 4, 3, hold it up, flex your foot. And you're gonna bend your left knee, curl your heel towards your butt, extend your left leg, kicking your heel behind you. We bend for 1. In, out, exhale, inhale. Nice. There we are, that's it, simple. We got some pulses, and then we're coming up to stand. Whew. Curl, lengthen. It's getting hotter and hotter here in this recording room. My body heat is definitely making my bedroom a little toastier. Not to mention the sun is starting to come out, which I love. I'll take a warm room anytime if it means I get some sunshine. 8, we're gonna hold the curl. 6, 4, 3, hold the curl. Now, last little change here for that left leg. You're gonna start to pulse your left thigh up. When you pulse it up, I want you to make sure you're not extending the knee. We're keeping the knee bent. Furthermore, your body is completely frozen aside from that thigh. So we're not popping the chest, we're not moving the hips, we're keeping everything really still and stable because we wanna work the glute, we wanna work the hamstrings. 8, last 6, we're gonna step that left foot forward. 4, 3, 2, watch for this transition. You're gonna step your left foot forward, tuck your back toes under, and now lift up into a high lunge. If you didn't quite make it that fast, don't worry. Find that position, left leg forward, right leg back. Hands to the hips, hinge your torso over the left thigh, shift your weight into your left heel. You're gonna tap the right toes in, out, out. Now you can stay here, right? We love this, this works great. If you wanna add a little bit more intensity for the upper body, I'm gonna go for a body weight row. Envisioning like I have 2 hand weights. It's all about that intention. You don't need the weights here to get the back firing. There we go. My tap is really light. It's like there's a ladybug on the back side of my mat, and I'm trying to wake her up with a gentle nudge, not trying to kill her. Good, 8 more. In 7, we're gonna hold the right tippy toes in next to that left foot, and we'll go for a single-legged squat pulse. 4, 3, 2, hold the elbows in. My right tippy toes are barely touching the mat. I've got about 90% in that left leg, and I'm just gonna go for little pulses. Good, bending that left knee. It's tracking in line with the middle of my foot. I don't know if you can see, but my left leg is shaking here. For 8, last 6, last 5, we're gonna turn around. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. You know what? Let's not turn around. Let's just shift over. So now the right foot is gonna hold on to the weight. We're gonna start with the left toes next to the right foot, and we're gonna work our way backwards. Find that single-legged squat. Reach your arms long. Tap your left foot back. We pull it in. All right, so just like that, we've switched sides. We hit the left glutes, left hamstrings. Now we're gonna hit the right glutes and the right hamstrings. Bum, 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 bum. And then we'll come down to the mat and we'll finish off with some abs. How's that sound? We've hit it all. We will hit it all. We haven't quite hit it all just yet. 25 minutes, not a lot of time, but just enough time to get a great workout, especially if you're doing this on vacation. You don't wanna spend an hour working out. I mean, maybe you do, that's also fine. Maybe you need the break from whoever you're vacationing with. Maybe you're working out with your vacation partner, even cuter. Could get a little low if you can. But anyway, yeah, maybe you don't have an hour. You just have 25 minutes, that's great. 25 is always better than 0. 4, we're gonna hold it in. 3, 2, hold the left toes in, 90% of the weight in the right foot, 10% of the weight in your left tippy toes, and give me little pulses down, down. Draw your abdominals in here. Notice if you're starting to tuck your tailbone under, can you release your tail? Your tailbone is pointing towards the other edge of the mat behind you. 8, 7, we're gonna come down to our tabletop position. 6, 5, 4, we come down to tabletop. 3, facing the same direction. 2, and release. Go ahead and step back, step down, find your tabletop position. Hands are over you, or hands are over your shoulders. Shoulders are over your hands, fan your fingers wide, knees are underneath your hips, draw your abdominals up and in. And now we're gonna step the right toes back. You lift the right leg up, only as high as you can maintain that length in your lower back, and then tap it down. Nice. All right, so you know all of the moves that we're gonna hit on this second side for this tabletop sequence. It's a good opportunity to focus a little bit more on the breath because you don't need to worry about what's happening so much. You know already. Lift, drop. Perfect, keep working just like this here. Instead of thinking of how high I can get my leg, I want you to think of how long you can get your leg. Really try to reach those toes across the room. Nice, 8 more, we'll hold it up. We're gonna go for those hamstring curls. In 6, try not to drop your head here. You wanna look a little bit forward, pulling the head back in line with the rest of your spine. 4, we hold the right leg up. 3, 2, hold the right leg up, flex your foot. Now you're gonna curl your heel towards your butt. Try not to lose the height of the thigh. Inhale, stretch, exhale, bend. Good, shift a little bit more body weight into that right hand. I don't want you leaning over to the left side. Excellent. All right, back of that leg, booty cheek should definitely be feeling the burn. Booty is such a funny term to me. I don't really love it. I don't use it in my class very often because for me, it feels a little bit like childlike. But I had a massage the other day and she massaged my butt, with permission, of course. And she kept saying booty and it made me laugh because there's something about it that's like infantilizing. I don't know. 8 more, we're gonna hold the curl. Lift your chest 1 centimeter higher, 1/2 inch higher. 6, we're gonna hold the bend of that right knee. In 3, in 2. Hold the bend of your right knee, pulse it up, perfect. Now check in, nothing else is moving. You just have that gentle vibration of your butt cheek. Yeah? Perfect, perfect. We are almost there. We are flipping over. We are gonna get into those abdominals. 8. Last 6, we flip over onto our backs. 4, 3, 2, and lower that right leg down. All right, flipping onto your backs. Very simple abdominal section today. Keeping it not easy, but mentally undemanding. Take your hands behind your head. Bring your knees into a tabletop position. And take a moment here to plug the rib cage down into the mat. Maybe you even tuck your tailbone a little bit so the lower back also touches the mat. If that feels good for you, do that. We're gonna inhale. On the exhale, I want you to curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Think of pulling more from the middle of your back, less from just your head and your neck. We're gonna go down for 3. Down, 2, 3, up on 1. So simple enough. Adding just a little bit of this tempo pattern to keep it interesting. 2, 3, lift. Good. Now, of course, breathing is important always, right? It's literally essential for survival. However, in abdominals, it's even more important. Make sure you exhale on the way up, inhaling on the way down. When you inhale, instead of inhaling into your belly, think of inhaling more into the sides and back of your rib cage, right? So kind of like into the mat. And when you exhale, you're pulling all the sides into the midline. 5, we're gonna hold it up. 4, 3, 2, hold it up at your highest point. Perfect, now we're gonna transition into a single count. Down, up, down, up. Inhale down, exhale up. 5 more, we hold it up. 4, we hold it up. 3, 2, last one, hold it up. Give me tiny pulses. Up, up. We're gonna take a moment. We're gonna let those hip flexors relax for just a second before we do a little bit more abs. 4, 3, 2, hug your thighs into your chest. I'm just gonna grab a quick sip of water. All right, and now we're gonna continue on this abdominal journey, adding in some legs. Bring those knees back into a tabletop position. We're gonna lift the head, neck, and shoulders up, just like we did before. But now I want you to extend just the left leg out. Pull it in, lower the chest. We go up, right leg, in, down. Up, left leg, in, down. And what I'm checking for when I put my hands here is that the belly, specifically for me, my lower abdominals, are staying taut. So I don't want to bulge forward. So I use my finger here, just sort of like a measuring stick to make sure I'm not bulging forward. If I was bulging forward, then perhaps I would get rid of that leg extension and focus just on the torso movement. I could even take my legs down and do a similar sequence with a little bit more stability. This is also a great option if your hip flexors, right here at the top of the thigh, is starting to get a little bit burny. 8, 6. We're gonna hold it up in 4, in 3, very close to that finish line. Last 2. Last one, hold it up. Final change. Extend your right leg, twist to the left. Extend your left leg, twist to the right, take it faster. Twist, 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 hitting those obliques here just to finish. Think opposite shoulder, opposite outer thigh. 8. Keep twisting. You can also go for a little bent knee option. 6. Keep twisting. This is it. Final 5. Final 4. Last 3, 2, 1. More and release. Go ahead and rock and roll yourself up and over. We're gonna come into an all fours position. We'll go for a little cat cow. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back, tucking your tailbone, tucking your chin. Look at those thighs. One more each direction. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Perfect, now go ahead and find neutral. We're gonna step that right foot outside of the right hand, and then walk the right foot towards the left hand, dropping down into a little half pigeon. You can stay up here or come down to your elbows, releasing that outer hip a little bit. Taking these extra seconds here to stretch. Feel free to take more time than what I'm giving you here if you wanted. Come back up to your palms, tuck your back toes under. We're just gonna switch sides. Left knee forward, right leg back. Maybe you drop down to your elbows, breathing into that left hip. You did it. You made it. All right, go ahead and come up to a seated position facing me. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did this workout while on vacation, let me know where you are. I would love to vacate with you in the comments below. And if you want more workouts like this one, then I'm gonna link you to some other total body workouts without any equipment, as well as a few total body workouts with equipment in case you wanna grab those weights, maybe you packed a resistance band, something like this. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to meet you on the mat next time. See you.